It's time for the Dungeon Dweebs. The three of you are headed back towards the middle of town, away from the docks. Are you going directly back to the MLF base or somewhere else?
I heard a message in my head saying that there's something in the town square.
I swear, it's your fucking god again. I swear.
It wasn't. I'm scared for my siblings. I promise it wasn't anything to do with that. It was someone. It sounded like a threat, and I'm scared. Please, Simon, can we just check? We'll be really quiet, really fast.
Fuck. Alright, let's go. Let's just keep to the shadows and keep away from the guards.
Okay, thank you.
Go ahead and make me a group stealth check.
21.
I'm just gonna guess pass without a trace.
Oh, then 31.
41.
Alright, you all keep to the shadows, kind of going between buildings, and eventually you find yourself in the town square. At this point, it's about 1 o'clock. All of the market stalls are closed down. You see a couple of people walking around, mostly drunks. What is everybody's passive perception?
14.
16.
25.
You guys are looking around the town square, trying to figure out exactly what this is. Gil, you're the first to notice that the bodies that are hanging in the town square are fresh, more recent than the last execution that you guys would have witnessed a couple days past when you first arrived in Serenica. You point that out to the group. REITHA, go ahead and make me a perception check as you're looking at the bodies.
22.
There are 3 bodies. The first 2 you don't recognize. The third you don't recognize at first, but as the body turns on the rope that it's hanging from, you see a face illuminated by the moonlight, and you recognize it as Lady. In her forehead, you can see the letter M is carved, marking her as a mage. Is there anything you would like to do?
I kind of stumble forward.
Grab her shoulder before she breaks stealth. What are you doing?
This lady. She raised me.
REITHA, go ahead and roll me a Constitution save. This is going to be as if concentrating on a spell, but we're going for a wild magic surge.
That's 19.
Manage to keep your emotions in check.
I have her Revivify. I can bring her back. It might not have been that long.
How scalable are these buildings?
It wouldn't be too hard. I mean, they have to get the bodies up there somehow. But Simon, you would know that Revivify would not work. You've seen it in action before. It has clearly been at least a few hours, if not a full day.
You do know it's been more than a few hours.
Then I have to...
You have to survive.
But I have to burn her. If she's gone, I have to burn her. Please.
Okay, I'll take care of this. Gil, take her back. Take her back to the base. I'll beat you there.
Let me take care of this, actually. Trust me.
Huh. Yeah, sure.
Gil's gonna scale the building.
Sure, go ahead and make me acrobatics or athletics.
I already have a climb speed. Does that affect it?
I don't even need the check.
You guys see his hands just become covered in scales and dragon-like as long talons come out, and he just effortlessly scales the side of this building.
But you get up there, you go to the ropes, and what would you like to do?
I'm gonna grab the one that she cares about, and the other 2 I'm just going to cut down, but I'm just going to have Rune, burn them.
Gil, you collect the body and you begin heading back to the base. Simon and REITHA, you've already arrived. You begin going down the stairs, and You hear shouting.
What in Kratos' name were you thinking? These are people's lives, Ulfric. They're not warriors. They have no training. I'm risking my life in court trying to break that snake's hold on the king, and you're trying to play general in a war that you cannot win. We were already exposed enough after the break at the gallows. We freed 3. 3 mages are alive because of that, and now you've gone and lost 8. At this point, you get to the bottom of the stairs. You see a man that you don't recognize. He was the one shouting at this mage that you recognize as the one that originally organized the mission to the docks. You've identified his name as Ulfric from the shouting. It doesn't seem like they've noticed you at first. The man that was shouting goes to a separate room. It looks like it might be an office of some sort, a study, while Ulfric goes off and begins tending to whatever else, trying to look busy. It's clear that whoever this man shouting at him is, he has a large amount of authority.
Do I get a sense this guy is like a politician from the words I was able to catch in this argument?
He did say he's risking his life in court, so you're able to get that he must be some sort of either low-ranking noble or an advisor. He has some sort of standing that allows him to get into court. What that standing is, you don't know. After the shouting is over, everybody kind of breaks away and goes back to what they were doing. What would you guys like to do?
Let's check our wounds. Your wounds specifically, kid. You're fucked up. Come on.
I need to find Jane and Ranmir first.
I understand that, but we need to get you cleaned up. Don't want them to worry. I'm sure some of these mages know one cantrip to clean somebody.
Yeah, you eventually find about 2 or 3 healers. They're able to cast some low-level healing spells on you.
I'm watching the healers heal REITHA, but I'm also looking in... I'm assuming this is an area for the wounded that are coming in from the fight.
You guys were the only ones that came back. All of the others were captured or killed.
I'm just gonna stare down the nurses or the mages that are healing and arms crossed, just thinking how this went, and he's just shaking his head.
Can you find them for me, Simon? She raised us, Simon. Mother wasn't real the whole time, so she was the one who got us out. Everything's changed in my head, and I can't even get answers from her anymore.
I'm not gonna tell you what to do. I'll go find them, but you need to think for a second and find your center. And I go and look for her people.
You walk away from REITHA, and pretty quickly you recognize Jane and Ranmir in the study with the man that was shouting earlier.
Excuse me. I need to talk to you two over there. And he points his finger at the two.
Please, no. Come in. Come in.
Sure.
I'm not sure we've had the pleasure of being introduced.
Afraid not. Things have been a kind of a shit show since we got here, so... who are you? Sorry. Out-of-towners.
I am Quincy. I understand that your little group was trying to reach me.
Yes, we were, and I'm assuming you got our message? Or at least a little bit of it?
I'd like to hear it from you directly, just to make sure there was no misinformation.
Well, my group has a lot of questions. I have a couple of questions. You're the guy with the answers, supposedly. One of ours wants to ask questions about the shrine, but I feel this is not the correct time to speak of this. Too many people have died over a bad plan.
Yes, an unfortunate loss that we will have to deal with.
We were there when things got hairy. I'm trying to find a polite way to say this, but what the fuck happened with these mages that don't know how to cast a simple cantrip with fire and involves or something with violence?
This isn't a military group. We don't have mages with proper training. Anybody who wanted proper training left for Andalheim. They don't stay in Serenica. We do what little we can with what they know.
I'm not going to judge any more than I have to at this point. Just, did they have family?
Of course they did. Consider yourself lucky you're not the one that has to break the news.
No, but I will do this gesture of good faith and, what is it? Empathy? Yeah, that might be it. I'm going to give out 500 gold. I'm going to grab his hand and I'm going to just put the sack onto his hand. Give to the families and... Yeah.
Would you like to be given credit for this act of charity?
Oh, gods, no. I have a reputation here. Don't do that.
At this point, Gil, you've re-entered with the body of Lady in tow.
Just completely covered in like the owlbear pelts on Rune's back.
Do I see Gil bring in Lady?
You do, yes.
I will ask him to lay her down on a cot. I'll take some copper out of a coin purse and put 1 coin on each eye and some salt on her forehead. Cast gentle repose. We can take care of her tomorrow. She'll be okay till tomorrow. And I'll cover her with a blanket. Can I try to cure the brand? The wound in her forehead?
No, you wouldn't be able to do anything about that. Simon, do you want to mention anything to Jane and Ranmir?
Jane, Rainmere, come with me. Come on. I can't fucking give bad news like this. It's already been a shit show. Come on. REITHA needs to talk to you. Show you. I kind of stopped them before leaving the room. I was like, I want you both to know that you need to keep a steady heart here. After giving that warning, I'd lead them towards REITHA.
We weren't aware there were any bodies brought back.
I didn't know she was in town. Did you? And I move aside from the bed so that they can see.
No, I had no idea.
I couldn't leave her there, so I brought her back.
Where was she?
In the gallows. I got a threat in my head, a message from someone. They said they left me a gift in the town square.
If she was there, then he knows. He has to know we're here.
I think he does. He called me chosen.
At this point, Ranmir is examining the body, and he pulls out a slightly bloodied piece of paper. He unfolds it. You see a map of the immediate area with Verace circled, and the words written in a familiar hand. Do I have your attention now?
Could this be left there by the person who killed her, who messaged me?
Do I understand, I know this is a calling card for sure, but is this a serial killer, murder, look what I've done, or is this can I get an understanding with my background of like what kind of threat this would be?
So the most likely case, you know that, I guess REITHA would know, Father is in Verace, the Inquisitor came from Verace. Most realistically, this is a message from Father, and by extension, Lissa.
REITHA, I'm sorry to tell you this, but your parental control's coming in.
She was so faithful to him until the moment she told us to leave.
It's not really about being loyal, REITHA. It's about how useful you turn out to be. Your time was up, and this guy is just maybe finishing up loose ends.
What does that make us?
The objective.
We need to figure out this shrine. But first, I need to know everything Lady knows.
What do you have in mind?
I need to sleep on it.
We're gonna need people to watch this area.
I'll be here.
No, you will take that nap that you say you're gonna take. It's been a rough fucking night. Luckily for us, the guy we're looking for, the broker, is here. Looks around. Is Quincy behind me or like nearby?
He's watching from the doorway of his office.
Quincy, he motions forward. Come here. This is the group that I was mentioning.
It's a pleasure to meet the three of you.
You'll take us to the shrine tomorrow?
If you think that is best.
I think we need answers.
Ayo, boss, I rolled a 17 plus 6 on insight. Is that cool? Yeah, can I get an insight check on Quincy as he's speaking to REITHA?
It's clear he doesn't think it's the best idea to go to the shrine. Like, at least right away. In his mind, it seems as though he would rather wait until the heat dies down. because it's only been a couple of days, 2 major events have just happened, which means there's a lot of eyes looking for things that are off. Big things happening like this, especially with like the Knoll Battalion and the city guard involved. Getting in and out of the city is going to be more difficult than usual. Now clearly he has a way out if he's not just shooting down the idea, but it's also pretty clear that he's hesitant to use it.
REITHA, we need to wait until the things cool off for a little bit. There is a lot of heat in town. We need to gather ourselves and figure out a plan. But that's for later. Go to sleep. Rest. Gil, Quill, shall we speak a little bit this way? Look at the two. It's just, okay, so she's gone. We can have this conversation without her getting ideas. You, I look at Gil, just, you got questions. Go, ask your questions before she hears shit.
Gil, what's Quincy? You're the broker?
That is what they call me.
What do you know about Horace Gil?
He's the bastard son of the High King. Shares a name with you, obviously. Thus, I'm assuming you are him. He's the supposed son of Irvin Gil, Kingslayer, raised originally by Godric Geraldson. As far as I know, you were hidden away in the Nine Forest, better part of 20, 30 years.
Wait, hold on. This is normal knowledge, or is this your knowledge?
My knowledge is not normal.
Well, not like that. I mean, it's record. I'm questioning if your record, if you have a record. This is documented in some way.
He reaches into his eye as if he's pulling out a contact, and you see that he does actually pull out a contact, and you see that one of his eyes is pitch black, the other one is bright green, marking him as a variant.
Where's this term Kingslayer? Why?
He was the right hand of Lionel when he was vying for the throne after the 50 Years' War. He killed 7 of his opponents, contesters for the throne.
Okay, and I'm assuming, because I've been told this is his sword. Yeah, Gil will show the sword.
Do you mind?
Go ahead.
He takes the sword from you, draws it out of his sheath, and looks it over. Yes, this is the sword. It has a fair amount of history to it. Has the crest of the Gil family on it as well.
I met the Sons of Wolves. What's the plan?
Their leader is in town. He is in talks with some of the nobles trying to muster support for an assault on Verace. He has support from Varenglade and mercenaries from Dakin and Zapad. They plan to march on Verace in just a few weeks' time.
Forgive me for saying this, the nobles actually listen to outsiders?
Edvard is not exactly an outsider. I doubt you're aware of the name of the paladin that killed the king.
All I know, that guy, kind of a dick, starting this shit show, so that's all I know.
That paladin fought with Lionel in the 50 Years' War alongside your father, Horace. His name is Sir Roderick Gideon. He has one son, Edvard Gideon. Rather poetic, wouldn't you say?
The son of the man who killed the High King wants to put me on the throne.
That would seem to be the case, yes.
If he sits on the throne, I really want to point out, we are fucked. Because I don't think you realize what they're putting on a chair to delegate political matters. At best, he'll shoot them. At worst, he won't read anything.
At worst, he seems incorruptible. And that is what the country needs. Do you not agree?
So they're marching there in a few weeks.
What exactly is the timeline we're looking at here? 2 weeks, 2.5?
Probably about 2.5, 3 weeks. Really depends on where all the troops are in place. They're setting up camp a few miles away from Verace as we speak.
Is there any documentation to prove this is the High King?
I assume by now you know how a blood test works. As for now, I suggest you all get some rest. It'll be a few days before it's safe enough to leave town without too much interest falling our way.
I need to head out for a minute to get in contact with my contact.
Feel free. Just don't try to leave the city. That might garner unwanted attention.
Simon will disengage from the conversation. I'm gonna find a quiet spot and rest with the blade, and I guess attempt to meditate. I don't think Simon has ever meditated, so at best he's gonna find a corner and uncomfortably crisscross and just put the blade on him and just focus. And probably an hour in, and he just falls asleep right there because he's bored out of his mind.
Sure. Give me religion while you're at it.
19.
You attempt to meditate, and slowly a hazy vision starts to form in front of you, and you see a merchant sitting at a stall. So you've finally made your way back to my realm. At this point, you have no memory of meeting this man.
Did someone fucking drug me? What the fuck?
You're not drugged. You did die. Assume you remember that, at least.
Are you the one that gave me the tattoo?
It's not a tattoo, but yes.
I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm not sure who I'm talking to right now. Are you the one? Are you the big...
Orme, at your service.
Okay, I can't talk shit to REITHA anymore now. We've met. I don't remember that.
Dying and then being returned to life, divine or not, is rather a shock for most.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you, I didn't think I'll get here. How do I do this?
I'm sure if you're here, you have some sort of question.
I do, and I wish to bargain.
I am a merchant. Do go on.
Can you perform a miracle? You know, that's a stupid question. I just realized who the fuck I'm talking to. Can you give me a miracle?
What type of miracle?
Something you did to me. Resurrection.
Resurrection comes at a high price.
What's the price here?
Who are you trying to resurrect?
A person named Lady. I don't know if that's her real name. One of my compatriots is, again, friend, family. And see if we can do a deal and help her up.
Unfortunately, she is not under my domain, nor the domain of Rakas, for that matter.
Whose domain are we looking at then?
You're familiar with the Fae. She was a follower of Cersei. A true follower, not the witch that impersonates her.
Can we make a lifeline, like a little powwow joint project?
The way to deal with the Fae is to contact the Fae. Although I would assume you know that, as you are an Aesamir.
What?
An Aesamir, a child of fate. Unless you don't know your own origins.
What are you talking about?
What do you remember of your childhood?
A lot of running, a lot of starving, and a lot of bad.
No matter how fuzzy, you must have some semblance of where you came from.
I don't know. I don't remember. At best, I can think back maybe when I was 7.
And you don't find it odd. You never fell ill. Never had any true difficulty. Nothing that would get you killed, for that matter. You've always had a certain aura of luck about you, whether through others or your own. Am I wrong?
I'm sorry, what are you trying to say exactly? What the fuck am I?
The shrine you're seeking. It is a way to commune with the Morrigan, the Rider of Fate, which would make her your mother, so to speak.
Are you saying I have a godly parent? Because that's just fucking crazy.
Aesamir are products of changes in fate. Forgive me for giving it bluntly, but you are a product of her meddling.
I don't even know how to take that. I don't think you're insulting me, nor do I understand the full scope of what you're saying to me. Things are leading us straight back to the shrine. Why are we going back to the shrine? Like, I've noticed it. The brokers mentioned it. REITHA's mentioned it. Now you're saying I have to go there. What is there?
I'm not saying you have to go there. In fact, I'm not even sure if you'll be able to commune with her. I'm simply saying that it is a link to the creator of the ASMR.
Alright. Thank you for your time, I guess. I don't suppose you can kick me out of here? I don't know how to get out.
There's a door behind you.
There's a fucking door. Oh shit, there's a door.
It's pretty straightforward, yes.
Okay, yeah, no, thanks, Chief. There's an outside, but we're not on the outside, and you're a god. And that's a whole new thing for me, so I'm rambling, so I'm gonna get out of here. Thanks a lot, Chief. I'm out. Praise thee? Is that
Go home.
No, that's Claire's job. Yeah. Alright, I'm out of here. Goodbye.
You walk through the doorway and you come out of your meditative state. This time your memories are fully intact.
He has a full 5 seconds. And then he does like what anyone kind of does when they see like their first shooting star. It's like, I gotta get up. I gotta talk to somebody. I seen shit. I gotta talk to somebody. But it's late and I can't talk to nobody. So now I'm kind of like fidgeting in my corner.
Yeah, there's maybe like 2 people that are awake. One of whom is Gil.
Oh, Gil's awake? Gil, I have things to say.
He folds like a little corner piece of a page he was reading close to the book.
I have talked to God.
Alright.
You're really accepting on when I say that.
Was it a good conversation?
Kinda. It's very complicated. I will say this. We gotta go. We got things to talk. My mind is blown. I am not human, apparently.
I could guess that.
Yeah, no shit, the wings, I get it. But that's kind of like, I bet like a minute tops, that's it. I talked to God. I tried to make a deal to get Rita's friend up, and parental figure. Yeah.
Gil looks over to the dead body. Didn't work.
No shit. Yeah. She's at the Fae. Her soul's in the Fae. And that means we have to make a Fae connection in some shape or form. I don't know what the fuck that means, but I'm assuming involving some tree hugging stuff. Maybe a lot of praying. I don't know.
Would you like some tea?
I need some tea. Yeah, I need some tea.
Hey everyone, John here. As always, we just want to say thanks for listening to our podcast. This is a passion project that we're not able to dedicate a lot of time to, but we're doing the best we can to tell a great story that's worth coming back to. If you haven't already, open up your Instagram and drop a follow on @dungeondweebspod to keep up to date on all of our releases and any other content we have available. You can also subscribe to the Dungeon Dweebs on YouTube or join our subreddit at r/dungeondweebs. As always, tell your friends, tell your family, and tell your own party to join in on the adventure via Spotify, YouTube, Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts, or iHeartRadio. With all that said and without further ado, let's jump right back into the story.
I 100% believe Varuna is looking me dead in the eye holding up like a pack of cards.
Varuna has like an open book as well.
Is Varuna playing solitaire while reading a book? Because that's just insulting me at that point.
It's like a book on chess too.
Yeah. Also, might be the spawn of a product of a god is maybe that or an accident. One of the two.
Congratulations. Get some sleep.
You know, I would, but like I'm kind of hyped up. Did you put something in the tea? And he just passes out right there.
Gil just like takes a sigh of relief and just opens the book back up. Verna will like go scrounging in Simon's pockets.
You lose 20 gold.
If you look over at where Verna is, she has like a pile of gold that she's taken from Simon.
She started her hoard through my pocket, that bitch.
The night passes, you all get a long rest, and the morning comes around.
I wake up annoyingly early, and I want to do something.
Just like you know right now, if you see Simon, he's still in the same position, which is just face first on a table, holding a cup.
I take the blanket that was on me and I put it on him before I go do what I need to do today morning. Because I need answers, and I cannot wait 3 days to get all of them. But I can get some right now. Look at Gil and nod, and sit by Lady's head, like near her pillow, and kind of just crisscross applesauce on the ground, and put my hands next to either side of her head, and just ask her to wake up for just a moment before she goes back to sleep.
Her eyes flutter open and she sits up just a little bit.
Lady, it's nice to see you. I didn't expect a response. Okay. Why did you send us out, the four of us chosen, out into the world with no real answers or ideas?
It was an attempt to preserve your lives.
What does Father want to do to us?
He seeks to break the seals.
Is there something different about me than the others?
I do not know.
Why were you here in Serenica?
I do not know.
Who killed you?
She's silent for a moment before she speaks. Murdoch. She lays back down and returns to her slumber. Simon, eventually you wake up. What would you like to do?
Crack my neck because I'm in the fucking weirdest angle ever. Oh god, what the fuck?
I'm sitting right next to him as he wakes up, waiting.
Why does my mouth taste like copper?
There's a copper coin under your mouth, like under your tongue.
Why
See Varuna looking at you.
I think Varuna just drugged me last night. What the fuck? I throw the coin at the dragon.
I know you're gonna probably go sneak around the city today. Can I come with you?
Yeah, sure, hold on. I have news. I bring word.
I do too.
You first.
I know who killed Lady.
Who was it?
Just a name. I talked to her.
You talked to her?
Yeah, I can do that. I can talk to 10 people sometimes.
He just looks at you like, yeah, okay, she talked to you, okay,
She got us out before Father could kill us, because he wanted to break the seals.
Anything else?
No.
Well, I had an eventful night as well, so talked to, he taps his forehead aggressively.
Well, see, now you're talking to people in your head, so...
I don't really talk yeah, okay, whatever. I tried to make a bargain for your sister's, her soul over there. I tried to do a little bit of bargaining, and it's a fey deal scenario that may or may not happen.
I don't think she'll want to come back anyway.
Never say never. Fun though, I found out who one of my parents would be.
Who?
That's complicated.
Okay, and you just seen you've met my entire family. That's not complicated?
I'm not trying to one-up you here, but I think so. Yeah, I think I'm a literally the goddess of fate's kid, maybe. Was it Lorgan? No, Morgan.
So, you're part fairy?
Oh god, no, please don't tell me that.
Gil looks up excited.
Why are you so excited?
It explains so much.
What do you mean, explain so much?
Never mind, it's not true.
No, you're definitely part fairy.
What does that even mean? He just gets up now.
Your mom's an archfey.
What does that mean?
There's like 5 or 6 people just looking at you.
Well, you're super magical. You come from a super magical place.
I'm literally from the streets.
Did the god tell you anything else?
Okay, I will have to say this. Where we need to go, where you need to go, everyone needs to go. Because I'm noticing the pattern that place has been mentioned literally by everyone, even one of the gods. Things are getting strange. So, when the heat dies down, we're going straight over there. Alright, so, we have things to do. Right now, today, I gotta go see a man about some gadgets that I used somewhat for a horrible botched operation.
Oh, yeah, by the way, REITHA, we need to head to Varese in a few weeks.
No fucking ways.
Yeah, me too.
Wait, what do you mean you...
I put out the map with Varese circled on it that says, "Are you paying attention now?" This was in Lady's pocket. She doesn't remember why she was in Serenica. She might not even have been killed here.
Could I tell how fresh that body was when I was cutting it down?
Give me like a basic medicine check.
That's 14.
Anywhere from 2 to 4 days.
So someone killed her as a message.
I'm gonna go, you two. Do what you gotta do. I need to get supplies for everybody.
Are you taking REITHA with you?
She's eating honey bread and we're going.
Okay.
I'm just gonna look at her like, isn't that stale by now? It's been weeks.
It tastes good somehow.
The two of you make your way out of the base into the city, and eventually you get to Gears and shit.
Does the sign say open and I walk in?
It is open, yes.
Do I see the man of the hour or is he in the back?
You don't see him. You see another woman at the register. Welcome in.
Hello, hello. I don't suppose Louis in?
Yeah, he's here. Did you want me
Yes,
to grab him
please.
for you?
Yeah, sorry. I'm an acquaintance. We were doing some business together yesterday, and I'm trying to wrap things up.
She just kind of peeks into the back. Louis, some guy's here for you. He comes out. Ah, there you are. Jack, right?
Yep, that's me, and I'm alive. So things worked out terribly.
Lovely. I finished the cards I was talking about earlier.
Hi, I'm REITHA.
Yes, this is REITHA.
She's a child.
Yes,
Explosive child?
yes,
Ah.
Rude?
but it's the truth. Didn't you know this?
Sure, but you don't have to go telling everyone.
I kind of have to for legal reasons.
Anyways, Lucas explained a little bit of the situation, but I assume you want to give your spiel.
Yes. Is she good?
Yes, sorry. This is Jamie. She's my little sister, I guess is the best way to put it. We're not actually related, but, you know.
No, I get it.
I figured you might actually want to meet her. She has some unique skills.
I love people with talent. Well, let me just let you know your gadgets are fantastic.
I know that already.
The operation went to shit because of elements that we didn't see coming. It is what it is. My sales pitch. Join my little organization, Riches and Wealth, and we may be seeing a payout very soon if you're interested. Some nobility is backing us. You catch my meaning?
I assume that's the third you mentioned.
Yes.
Ah.
I don't want to give full details because that's his business, and he's in denial most of the time. But join me and be rich beyond your wildest dreams and more or less make a name for yourself. In a good way.
Again, not focused on fame, and I've already made a name for myself. What's the general payout we're looking at?
Probably triple our weight in gold. Honestly, could be more.
Well, we've got to start somewhere.
I know your skill set, but what do you do exactly? He's mentioning you have like a great. You do something. What do you do?
She looks between you and Louis. She walks into the back, and a different woman comes out. And this is like hair color, facial features, height, everything.
That's a good trick. Very useful.
How'd you do that?
I'm a changeling, sweetheart.
Holy shit, that's really fucking good. Yeah, no, you are more than welcome to join this little entourage right now. I do have one in mind. I really need to speak with them. I'm looking for anyone that is a mage or someone with magical talents that is looking for quick money and a quick getaway out of town. Beautiful. We need someone that can handle appraising, translating, the same mumble jumbo most mages in this town would do, except, not be hunted.
Can't think of too many mages that stayed in Serenica, but I might know a friend or two. Not here, obviously, but I'll get in contact with them. I'll get going. She just kind of winks at you and gives Louis a kiss on the cheek and leaves.
Fucking changeling. The world is literally turning on its axis.
Or it's always been that way and you're just seeing it.
You know what? You're right. Luke, welcome aboard. I don't have a full name, but you have a ranking in mind, if you're okay with it.
I hope you don't mind. I already gave Jamie the Queen of Diamonds. She was rather partial to it.
Simon looks a little peeved, but yeah, it's fine. Did you pick yours? I don't mind letting people choose as long as it makes sense.
I'm partial to the King of Spades.
Well, shoot, since you have a business here, you wouldn't mind if I check out your wares just to get everyone started?
Make a list of what you need, and I'll see what I can do.
All right, no, that's fair. We're not leaving anytime soon. We might be leaving maybe in 2 days. We'll make a return trip, hopefully, if things don't go wrong.
Yes, it'd be rather disappointing for you to die only a few days into our partnership.
Yeah, well, that shit happens.
As soon as we're out of earshot, Jack organization? What are you up to?
I'm doing a bucket list right now.
Can I be part of it?
I'll be honest with you. If you can get your condition under control, I will consider it.
Well, that's part of this whole thing.
Get it under control, we'll talk. I'm not saying no, but I'm not saying yes either, okay?
You guys continue back towards the base, going back and forth, REITHA trying to explain why she would be a great addition, and eventually you make it back to the base.